Okay, so today during the practice we should also dedicate to the Colombia, where there's a huge big earthquake, right? I think yesterday or this morning, I'm not sure. Do you know that news? You don't know? Right? I think yesterday or today it was. I just saw briefly in Facebook, not real news, but there's like quite big 7.5 magnitude, right? I think 7.4, I think. So I think definitely thousands of people may pass away, and thousands of people, maybe they lose everything, right? So we should really, during this practice, we should dedicate for the victim of earthquake also. Okay, now first should visualize the refuge field. And visualize oneself as a leader, surrounded by all sentient beings in the form of human. At your right, you should visualize your friends, families, the people you feel close. And in front of you, your enemies, which means the people you don't like. Your left, neutral beings. And the rest of entire beings should visualize at your back or they surrounded you. And then first should understand all of them, either your friends or your enemies. All of them, their fundamental desires are completely same as yours, which is wish to live happy, peace, healthy life, and nobody wants sufferings. But unfortunately, because of living under the influence of destructive emotions like anger, attachments, jealousy, arrogance, and so forth, they make wrong decision, they act wrong mistake through their body, speech, and mind. That's why they accumulate countless of contaminated negative karmas. Therefore, the result of that, entire beings being circled in samsara, which means the fundamental aggregates like body, their minds, everything's are contaminated. Because of living with these contaminated aggregates, suffering of aging, sickness, death and dying, suffering of stress, fear, worry, depression, anxiety. So there's so much physical, mental, emotional pains and sufferings. So think about all these sufferings, and also the victim of earthquakes. And through that, you should generate compassion, which means I wish each and all of them be free from sufferings and the causes of sufferings. So meditate on compassion to all beings equally. Then the next called special compassion, which means wish to help them, wish to save them from their suffering and causes of sufferings. So in order to do that, without achieved enlightenment or Buddhahood oneself, it is impossible to be able to save others. Through that reason, you should generate strong desire, wish to achieve enlightenment, Buddhahood oneself. And only the main purpose of achieving enlightenment is to benefit to entire beings. It's called Bodhicitta, awakening mind. So meditate on Bodhicitta. In order to achieve enlightenment, Buddhahood oneself, first you need to purify all these obstacles you have right now, the afflictive obscurations, which are all your destructive emotions, and cognitive obscurations, which are the imprints of all this destructive emotion, and your negative karmas, and all the sufferings. So these are the obstacles who obstruct you to achieve Buddhahood. These are the obstacles who create all these sufferings. So in order to overcome these obstacles, who can able to help you? It's the three precious jewels, Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha. How can they help? Of course, it's mainly you have to purify them, but when you do this, you need help. Without help, it is impossible. So how can they help? Buddha as a teacher, excellent guide, qualified teachers. Actually, your savior is the Dharma. All this realization and the cessations of all these obstacles is the Dharma. But in order to achieve the Dharma, you need the Sanghas, the Arya Bodhisattvas, see them as a Dharma companion, Dharma friends. They are like your inspiration. So through the help of three precious jewels, you can able to overcome all these obstacles. So first make sure you're really concerned to all these obstacles you have, and believe to the three precious jewels can able to help you. Out of these causes, you should show your faith of convince to the three precious jewels, full rely on them, take refuge to the three precious jewels, and generate compassion to entire beings, specific the victim of this earthquake, and generate Bodhicitta, wish to achieve Buddhahood oneself for sake of all beings. Out of those intentions, we are going to recite taking refuge and generating Bodhicitta prayer 3 times together. Page number 1. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Sangha. Through the virtues of giving and so forth that I do, may I achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Sangha. Through the virtues of giving and so forth that I do, may I achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Supreme Sangha. Through the virtues of giving and so forth that I do, may I achieve enlightenment for the benefit of all sentient beings. Now next is the four immeasurables. May all sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all sentient beings never be separated from the joy that is free from sorrow. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment and anger, not holding some close and others distant. Next, cultivating special Bodhicitta. Especially for the benefit of all sentient beings, I will quickly, very quickly, attain the precious state of perfect and complete Buddhahood. For this reason, I will practice the yoga method of Guru Medicine Buddha. Now the first part of the practice, there are three mainly: preparation, actual, and conclusion. So the preparation part is finished, which means mainly each of the practitioners make sure you set up good intention, bodhicitta, and compassion to entire beings. That's the most important first. So out of bodhicitta intention, so in order to receive blessing from the healing Buddha, first you need to visualize healing Buddha upon your crown. So the definitive deity or healing Buddha or the real, medicine Buddha is Dharmakaya, which means the healing energy of all the enlightened beings. And that energy manifests form of medicine Buddha, right? In picture in your text, exactly same, maybe around 3 inches, and he is sitting upon your crown with a beautiful lotus and moon cushion upon that medicine Buddha. And his body is kind of the rainbow body, not solid rainbow body, dark blue color. And it was shining and smiling, feel like very close to him. So that's during the reciting the visualization prayer. We all should be visualize that. Page number 2. About 4 inches above the crown of my head is a lotus flower. In the center of the lotus is a white moon disk, and seated on the moon disk is my root guru, the Dharmakaya, essence of all the Buddhas in the form of the medicine Buddha. He is blue in color, and his body radiates blue light. His right hand, in the motto of granting sublime realizations, rests on his right knee and holds a stem of the Arura plant between thumb and first finger. His left hand is in the motto of concentration and holds a lapis lazuli ball filled with nectar. He is seated in the full Vajra position and is wearing the 3 red color robes of a monk. He has all the signs and qualities of a Buddha. So now you should visualize him upon your crown, and not just visualize and mentally really believe he is right now sitting upon your crown. Now the next is the 7-limb prayer, which means mainly there are 7 different practices called 7-limb practices. So during reciting this prayer, you need to meditate on each of these 7-limb practices. I prostrate to Guru Medicine Buddha each and every offering, including those actually performed and those mentally transformed, I present to you. I confess all non-virtuous actions accumulated since beginningless time. I rejoice in the virtues of both ordinary and noble beings. As our guide, I request you, Buddha, please abide well and turn the wheel of Dharma until samsara ends. All virtues, both my own and those of others, I dedicate to the ripening of the true Bodhicittas and the attainment of Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. Now the next is the requesting prayer. So during the 7-limb prayer, we accumulate merits and we purify the obstacles. Then the next, we're requesting to the Medicine Buddha, yourself or your families and friends who are sick or who passed away, your co-worker, whoever, and general entire sentient beings, right? They suffer physical, mental, both. And specific right now, in this moment, there are millions and millions of beings who suffer by physical and mental illness. So really including them. And specific, today I mentioned earlier, the victim of the earthquake in Colombia, really, thousands of people who passed away, really are thousands and thousands of people being lost everything, right? So number of them, they lost their families, their property, everything. Not only physical, but mental also, so much fear. So include all of them and then request to the Medicine Buddha, please bless us to overcome all those sufferings and the causes of sufferings, and then bless us to remain physically, mentally, both very healthy, very peace, and meaningful long life. So we're going to recite that requesting prayer. The fully realized destroyer of all defilements, fully complete Buddha, having fully realized the absolute truth of all phenomena. Guru Medicine Buddha, King of Labbit's light, to you I prostrate, go for refuge and make offerings. May your vow to benefit all sentient beings now ripen for myself and others. Should visualize he accepts your request, and from his heart emanates countless of countless of Medicine Buddha, healing Buddha, to entire sentient beings upon their crown. So now we're going to do the next is receiving healing. So what we need to do is during the recitation, first you visualize the Medicine Buddha above your crown, in his heart, lotus flower, upon the lotus, moon cushion like moon disc, center of the moon cushion, syllable Om, surrounded by the Medicine Buddha mantra, form of blue light. Then from that mantra emanates lights and nectars through 10 directions, like a pure white color, very bright light, and it's reflect to entire beings. Also, from that light emanates nectars and dissolves, like nectars are dissolving around it's entering your crown and goes into your body, right? So when these nectars dissolves into you, same time reflect to other beings, you visualize it heals you from your suffering, like physical illness, disease, toxins, any negative energy in your body, mental illness, like for instance, stress, fear, worry, depressions, loneliness, anxiety, any mental pains, and the causes of sufferings, which are your destructive emotions and your negative karmas. Really, they completely purify them and bless you to remain very healthy, physical, mentally both, and bless you to remain very, very meaningful, long life, and same time visualizing to others. So first we're going to recite the visualization prayer, page number 3. Granting my request from the heart and holy body of the King of Medicine, Guru Medicine Buddha, infinite rays of white light pour down, completely filling my body from head to toe. They purify all my diseases and afflictions, as well as my negative karma and mental obscurations. In the nature of light, my body becomes as clean and clear as crystal. The light rays pour down twice more, each time filling my body with blissful, clean, clear light, which I absorb. Now the next page is the mantra, page number 5, long mantra and short mantra. So long mantra, 2 different pronunciation. We follow the second one, common pronunciation, 3 times. Then after we repeat short mantra, also the second, the common pronunciation. So during this recitation, the mantra, you're just receiving nectars and mainly focus to oneself, and at the same time you send the lights and nectar to others, also as benefit to others. Om Namo Bhagavate Pekanze Guru Bindu Ya Barbaraja Tathāgataya Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Deyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samukate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Binduya Parvarajaya Tathāgata Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Deyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samukate Soha Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Binduya Parvaraja Tathāgataya Arahate Samya Sambuddhaya Deyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samukate Soha Deyata Om Bekanze Bekanze Ma Bekanze Bekanze Raja Samukate Thank Deyata Om Bekanze Ma Bekanze Rajasamogate Soha. Now the next is the specific you focus to entire sentient beings. And specific, I mentioned earlier, the victim of earthquake, those people. And really during the recitation, the mantra, you really feel compassion to each and all of them. Love, same, to each and all of them. So out of your love and compassion, then you visualize the medicine Buddha. From his heart emanates nectars and lights, reflect to entire beings, and that's how they purify all the sufferings they have, physical, mental, emotional sufferings, and the causes of suffering, which are the negative karmas, mental afflictions, and so forth, completely purified, and bless them to remain physical, mental, both very healthy, peace, meaningful long life, which means the life with full of love, full of compassion, right, to achieve all the realization, wisdom, with all the what you call internal realizations. So achieve each of these realization. So remain with those realizations, with physical and mental both healthy. So during the recitation, the mantra, you just visualize that, and most important part is meditate love and compassion to all. So now first we're going to recite the visualization prayer, page number 4. At the heart of medicine Buddha, above my crown, appears a lotus and moon disk. Standing at the center of the moon disk is the blue syllable Om, surrounded by the syllables of the mantra. As I recite the mantra, rays of light radiate out in all directions from the syllable at his heart. The light rays pervade the sentient beings of all 6 realms through his great love, wishing them to have happiness, and through his great compassion, wishing them to be free from all sufferings. The sentient beings are purified of all their diseases and afflictions, as well as their negative karma and mental obscurations. Now page number 5, the same mantra, long mantra 3 times, and after short mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Binduya Parvaraja Tadakataya Arahate Samya Sambuddha Deyata Om Bekanze Ma Bekanze Raja Samokate Sova Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Bindu Parvarajaya Tadakataya Arahate Samya Sambuddha Deyata Om Bekanze Ma Bekanze Raja Samokate Sova Om Namo Bhagavate Bekanze Guru Binduya Parvaraja Tadakataya Arahate Samya Sambuddha Deyata Om Bekanze Ma Bekanze Raja Samokate Soha Deyata Om Bekanze Ma Bekanze Raja Samokate Soha Deyata Om Bekanze Samokate Soha Deyata Om Bekanze Ma Deyata Om Bekanze, Bekanze Ma, Bekanze, Bekanze, Rajasamukate Soha. Now next is the absorption prayer. So the medicine Buddha above your crown, finally it melts into the blue light, which is the Dharmakaya, and it goes to your central channel and dissolves into your primordial mind. When the medicine Buddha dissolves into your mind, you visualize he blessed your mind. Same time, entire sentient beings upon their crown, their medicine Buddha also dissolves back into their primordial mind. So page number 6, absorption prayer. The Guru medicine Buddha melts into light and absorbs into my heart. My mind becomes completely one with the Dharmakaya, the essence of all Buddhas. Now the dedication. Due to these merits, may we soon attain the state of medicine Buddha, so that we may lead all sentient beings to that awakening state. May the sublime and precious Bodhicitta not yet born be born. May that which has been born not decline, but increase forevermore. Thank you.